So this is a very special exhibition, museum quality, I think. What did you want to do?
So 2 years ago, after I did an exhibition of Modigliani and put him in context with some of his influences, I started speaking to Jean Fritz, who had been for 30 years the head of African and Oceanic art, with the idea of...
Where?
At Sotheby's, sorry. With the idea of looking at the 1984 exhibition, the famous MoMA exhibition, and sort of rethinking about it again. And this is the fruit of 2 years' work in which we decided, let's take as a departure point the 1984 William Rubin show and do a smaller version in the gallery, and also address some of the questions that were generated at the time. So perhaps I can take you over here.
Yes.
There are 3 wonderful works which were included in the MoMA show, which are here. I think one of the most fascinating things to me is that when we look at African and Oceanic, obviously for people that collect and know the area, they know that the importance of the works is actually because they were used. They were used for both ceremonial and ritual purposes, and they were really like almost represented the ancestors as part of society. For me, what was fascinating was to actually learn that many of these works are dated at the same time as the artists that were influenced by them. So we have this Aduma mask here, which is from the late 19th century, early 20th century, possibly early 20th century. And we have this wonderful Picasso nude with arms folded from 1906. Perhaps the most important year in Picasso, when he is really trying to think of how to create a 3-dimensional figure in a 2-dimensional space. And
Yeah,
it's
but
the birth
because
of
the
Cubism.
face is really a mask. Huh?
So the face is really a mask. He had been in the Spanish Pyrenees. He was looking at African art. He was also looking in Spain at Madonnas and many other influences. And he really takes this point in which you can really see it here next to Aduma, and also to me, very important, next to Julio González. Of course, Julio González and Picasso's collaboration in sculpture resulted in the most revolutionary
But who
work.
was the first one?
They were working together. So Picasso
We
and
can't say.
González were working together for 4 years. And it is the collaboration for these 4 years that created this wonderful new body of sculpture.
But this one is exceptional.
This one is exceptional. It's from the Lembrook Museum.
So you have a lot of things not for sale, right?
We have loans from institutions. So you have this one from the Lembrook. We have this wonderful Papua New Guinea figure from the Baylor Foundation, which was also included in the 1984 exhibition.
Which is fantastic.
Which is fantastic.
And
which would have been, every time that it came out for ceremonial purposes, it would have been drawn in the face. You can see that these figures, which are incredibly rare, have much bigger proportions in the face than the rest of the body is very abstracted.
yeah,
You can see
but
the hands and the feet in
you
there.
are a gallery.
Yes.
So what you do if there's not much to sell? Is there still things to sell?
There are still enough things to sell, and at the same time do something which I think is interesting, and it adds something to the conversation. So having your own gallery gives you the ability of doing projects you really believe in and you really want to do. Some of the times, as with most of my exhibitions, there'll be things for sale in the exhibition, or there'll be things happening behind the scenes. But I actually love to show the expertise and to show some new light on a subject. So to me, that's much more important than just showing things for the sake of, just showing what I have for sale.
Yes, for sure, but
sense.
we are in a period of difficult art market now, no?
I think the art market at the very top end remains incredibly strong and resilient.
Really?
The world is a strange place, but I think when people say now the market is difficult, well, we're living in a very difficult world at the moment.
Yes.
But I think when you have quality, it always remains, even in the most difficult of times.
But at top prices still?
I think the very, very good always remains very, very good. The difficulty at difficult times is that people don't want to let go, because if they let go of the really important works, where are they going to put this money? So that is the challenge for us in these times. But I actually feel that at the moment we are seeing a very different, well, the news are also much more positive these days. As we all know, there is finally, hopefully, peace in the Middle East. Now let's hope for peace in Ukraine and in Russia. But there seems to be a renewed mood. We are
In London?
I think in London.
Because London is slowing down, no?
I don't believe London is going down. We have the National
Slowing
Gallery.
down.
The National Gallery just announced a new wing for 20th Century Art. We have phenomenal exhibitions at this time. The best shows all around the galleries. I don't think London would ever be replaced in Europe as an international centre because of the multicultural aspect and what London has to offer. I think Paris is having a very exciting moment, but it can never be compared to London, I'm afraid.
Everyone is chauvinistic. Are you a British citizen?
I'm not actually, I'm Spanish, but
Yes.
I have lived most of my life in this country. And my daughter is British and Spanish, and my husband is British. But I really believe in London. I believe in London completely.
Merci.
Merci.